Welcome to Let Freedom Ring, and we are back in the studio. We're going to take these masks off now that we're locked in. My guest making his second appearance on the show, Leo Connors. Leo, welcome back.
Thank you very much, Dan. Glad to be here. I was very psyched when you asked me.
Yeah. It's been a crazy time. We've been running these shows online, and but Merrimack has decided to reopen the studio, and so we're going to get rolling on it. Leo, the audience has already got to know you a little bit. But what I want to talk about first is you are doing a new venture. You've started a new show, New England Indie Insider, which is a wrestling show.
Yep.
How did you decide to do that, and how's it going?
Well, I wanted to do it earlier, like when I first, had the Ring and All the Sports, but I knew I couldn't do it alone, what I wanted to, you know what I mean? It's going well so far. We got 2 episodes. We're doing it differently, too. Like, at one point, we were going to have somebody doing a show in Rhode Island, me doing it up here in Nashua, and then Jason Rumble up in Maine.
Okay.
So all the shows, like Jason's show is totally different than mine, but we're all under the same hat. Mm-hmm. His is nothing but interviews. While I preview shows, I have a spotlight segment where I put the spotlight on a wrestler for a short 5 or 10 minute interview, maybe some clips of their matches, their upcoming matches. And Dave Fournier does a defunct companies segment where we talk about companies that no longer run no more.
Nice.
And then at the end, I review shows that I had previously previewed.
Awesome.
So it's pretty cool.
I think it's cool that you're doing that, and I'm definitely going to want to try to help you. As much as I can get up to Limbless once ever that starts running again. But Leo, how has your life changed during everything with this outbreak and COVID-19?
That's a great question. First and foremost, I can't really see my parents. You know what I mean? Because they tell you, they're elderly. My dad's in his 80s. My mom's in her late 70s. We haven't had Nicole, Maria's daughter, my stepdaughter, my special needs stepdaughter. She lives in a home where people are like trained and certified to take care of her like that. She has behavioral issues.
Okay.
When she gets mad, she wants to smash everything. So, we tried her living with us for like a couple of years, and it just seemed at least every year there'd be at least 5 or 6 episodes where I couldn't go to sleep because I know she was awake. She was going to smash my television. You know what I mean? It's sad, but, it's definitely the right thing to do. But we got to see her this past weekend, so that was nice.
Okay.
A lot of people like you yourself, you work from home.
Yeah, I've been home for 3 months.
Yeah, I've been at the school every single day.
Yeah.
And my boss was like, okay, well, we want to social distance you. I thought this was right because we had worked 5 or 6 weeks or even longer without them saying this. What they wanted to do is have me paint. So Rob does the floors, Phil moves the furniture in and out of the room, and I just paint the whole school.
Well, I have to say, both of us, under a lot of things that have happened recently, we were very lucky to continue working during this time because there was a lot of people that weren't. And we're not through that. Just because we're in the studio does not mean COVID-19 is over because it's very far from it. Headlines came out last night. There could be another pandemic.
Yeah, with a pig?
Chinese researchers are warning a new swine flu found in Chinese pigs called G4E8 H1N1. Borders are pretty closed right now.
Right.
Hopefully that helps. We can't take. What else can happen in this year?
Right. Well, it could last for longer and longer, and that's the whole thing. And actually, some states I heard today are closing back down, like Arizona. Shut it back down.
Yep.
Los Angeles, I don't know if it's going to be shut down for good or whatever, for a while, but no one's allowed at the beach on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Did you happen to see the thing out at Hampton Beach? How dirty the beach was like? Everybody went up there. Oh, Dan, it was the most ridiculous. Like, everyone that went up there must have been an animal because they just they left the trash everywhere. It was it was disgusting. I was ashamed, honestly. And I didn't even go.
I haven't been to the beach yet. I don't, I might.
Right.
I've been thinking about going maybe this weekend. We'll have to see. It is 4th of July.
Right.
But that's not good to hear.
No, it's not.
One other thing, just in current events, the speaking out movement and going on with wrestling. I don't want any names used or anything like that, but just what's your take? Were you surprised to hear so many stories coming out?
I was surprised, and some didn't surprise me as much.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But yeah, it did surprise me. I'm glad the girl spoke out.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I have 2 daughters. You know what I mean? I couldn't imagine what they have gone through. Even I don't know. They're not going to tell their dad. They'll tell their mom most likely. You know what I mean? And things like that. But I just think in wrestling alone, it's like in the locker rooms. This really doesn't have a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a great atmosphere, whatever. Like for women. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And it really is a lot. This is what I read. There was 70 victims. No, 70 perpetrators, whatever.
Yep.
And over 100 victims.
Yeah.
The thing about the WWE guy really was messed up.
Yeah, and I believe if it's the one I'm thinking of, he's been let go, and there's some other accusations.
When was he let go?
If you're talking about Gallagher, he
No,
was let go.
I'm talking about the barefoot guy.
Oh yeah, well we don't. Yeah, and the point I also want to make is everybody, you have to take every accusation seriously.
Yeah.
But everybody is innocent until proven guilty. And
I agree.
And some of the things I'm reading, we do have to grow as people. Everybody needs to do a little bit better.
Absolutely.
But we won't spend too much time on that. But that's just something you as being a wrestling show host, I thought we should cross.
Yeah, no, that was great. I am doing a show on the 6th, and you said you might be able to come up and be my guest.
Yep. It's gonna work that out. So it's gonna bring us to pop culture, and Rotten Tomatoes recently did a ranking of the worst movies ever.
Okay.
It looked like, I'm just gonna say 1 and 2. Mac and Me was number 1.
Yeah, I don't even know that
I don't
movie.
even know what it is. I guess it was like an E.T. ripoff.
Okay.
And then Problem Child came in at number 2, which I love John Ritter, but that was
it wasn't a great
awful.
movie, but it had its moments at least.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what is this kid doing?
Another movie on there was Gotti from 2018. Now, I saw the Gotti version from the HBO version, which was wonderful.
Yeah.
And then John Travolta, I just thought it would be good. It was completely awful. And Pitbull wasn't out in the 80s to use a Pitbull song in a movie that didn't exist. And then me personally, I found A Million Ways to Die in the West was a Seth MacFarlane movie. I thought that was awful.
Right.
What are the worst movies that you've ever seen?
Wow, that's a tough question. I've seen a lot of movies. I wasn't a big fan of any of the Planet of the Apes.
Really?
The ones from the 70s, the ones from the 2000s. Yeah, I just didn't find them that good. I'm trying to think of what else. I could easily tell you movies that are great.
Yeah,
but,
that's the easier question.
Problem Child is definitely, it has to be there in the top 2, for sure, 2 or 3.
Pretty bad.
What was that? Bewitched. I didn't think that was very good. Beverly Hillbillies was horrible.
Yeah, that was horrible.
The Brady Bunch movie wasn't that good either. Only because I'm saying these shows weren't good movies. Because the shows were great.
And the
movies were a bust, a bomb.
What did you think of the Flintstone movies that had John Goodman?
I like John Goodman, so I didn't mind it. And I was a huge Flintstone. It was not. I don't think it deserves to be on the worst movies.
No.
Was it the greatest? No, but it certainly wasn't the worst. I enjoyed the Flintstones.
It's hard to recreate TV show movies.
Right.
It really
Lost
can
in
be.
Space was another one that was not very good as a movie, but a great television show.
Yeah, no, I thought it was interesting that they did a list of that.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I've never seen Geely, the Ben Affleck.
Oh, and J-Lo?
Yeah, and
me either.
People,
Jiggly or whatever.
Yeah, it didn't even, I think it wasn't even in theaters a week or two, and
I
it was
think
gone.
they lost money. They totally lost money because they didn't make the money back that it cost to make the movie.
And there was so much hype to that movie for it to not really happen.
Just goes to show, I really believe it was the script more than the actors.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I think Ben Affleck's a great actor.
Affleck is very hit or miss.
Yeah.
He can do a great movie and then do something that's horrible.
I like him.
I do like him, yeah.
I mean, remember in Armageddon, he was wicked good in that.
Yeah. I mean, he made The Town.
Yes.
He's
great movie.
And there's still that debate on who deserves more responsibility for Good Will Hunting. Was it Matt Damon? Was it Ben Affleck? Was it? I mean, most think it's the same. I mean, they wrote together.
Yeah, but I guess if you made me make a choice, I probably would say Matt Damon.
He has had the better career.
They both had good parts in it, but I think Matt's was more key because he was the one that could solve the problems.
Well, yeah, he's the star.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, definitely. So I would say Matt Damon on that.
But it was always that they wrote it
Yeah,
together.
yeah. We talked about that at work today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I brought that up, and the two guys didn't even know that they wrote that movie.
Great movie. One of my all-time favorites. Robin Williams, though,
Yeah.
to me was the star, and he had all the best. I mean, Matt Damon was unbelievable.
Right.
But Robin Williams really was.
I think
the
that
best.
was his first straight line. You know what I mean?
Like
Straight job.
like serious,
yeah, well, not a comedy movie. Do you know what I mean? Like everything else, I thought. I could be wrong.
I'm not sure.
Is it the King's Poet or something like that?
Dead Poet Society.
Yeah, I don't think was he in that one.
I believe he was the teacher, right?
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah. That guy could do it all.
Right.
Robin Williams could do it all.
Big
very,
fan.
Very sad how that. I remember when Robin Williams died. I was going through my Facebook feed and said, that was there's been a lot of celebrity deaths.
Yeah.
Personal deaths that have rocked me. But I remember when Robin Williams passed. No.
Right. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You know.
Unreal. You know who died today? Carl Reiner.
Yeah, I
Who
saw
died,
that.
he's responsible for so many shows in the 70s and the 80s.
Yep. And he lived, but it sounds like he lived.
92. He lived a good life.
Quite the life.
He had a lot of money, I'm sure, too, so he lived a good life.
I still think Robin Williams had more, but depression and things like that. And we've shared this on the show. Did an episode a couple of weeks where we shared the suicide hotline phone number.
Good.
If you are feeling those thoughts, get help.
Yeah, reach out to someone. Reach out to family, anyone that you know that will help.
Yeah.
Or reach out just to anyone in general.
Yeah. No, it's a tragedy.
Yes, it is.
All right, so let's go a little lighter.
All right,
as we go down that road a little bit. So you know me, I'm a diehard Sopranos guy.
Yes.
Diehard. I love the show. Love the show Oz. Everybody's been telling me to watch The Wire.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite show.
I've started it.
Starts off slow.
It has, because Sopranos, I felt in Oz started off boom right away.
Oh yeah. I watched, just so you know, I watched both those series too.
Yeah, and I love them.
Me too. I don't want to go to prison though.
No,
especially not Oswald.
No.
You know what I mean? Penitentiary.
No.
That's a bad place to be.
It's a bad place. My favorite character is definitely Kareem Saeed from that show.
I like Schillinger. He's such a jerk.
Oh,
Schillinger and Tobias.
Yeah. Chris Keller. That's one of Chris Maloney's.
Yeah.
Everybody only
He
knows.
was great in that.
Oh, unbelievable. And, all I ever hear is Elliot Stabler. But I said, you got to look at how good Chris Keller was.
Definitely.
But with that being said, why to you, without no spoilers, because I don't want, I want to get into this. I'm dying to get into this. Why was that show so good?
Well, each season was unique because things were added to it. Like you said, I'm not gonna spoil. I'll just tell you like what they are and not when the episodes were.
Sure.
But then it covered the newspaper people. It covered the police people. It covered all the drug dealers and all the hoppers. The hoppers were little kids that drug dealers paid to watch out for cops and stuff. And they also had what was this? The dock workers in Baltimore. The reason why a lot of people didn't watch it the first time around, because there were so many characters. It didn't really, even though this guy Jimmy McNulty was supposed to be the number one guy, everyone did such a good job. People were like confused as who's the main character. You know what I mean? I just finished watching it for the 5th time.
Oh wow!
2 nights ago.
All right, so it's worth. It's definitely, if you've watched it 5 times, it's worth it.
It's worth it just to see Omar, the gay gangster.
Okay.
Incredible actor. Michael K. Williams.
Yeah,
incredible actor.
If I'm thinking of the right guy, he had a very small role in The Sopranos when
I don't remember.
when Jackie Jr. got whacked.
Oh, okay. See, I never really looked that deep. I will definitely look now.
Well, it's because HBO uses a lot of the same actors.
Right. It makes sense that they used them. You know, but I'm telling you, what a great show.
All right, so
well worth watching.
I've watched the first episode. I'm going to sit down and try to do more, and then, and get through it. But I just
acting in it too. I'm serious.
Had to get your take on that because Facebook Nation on my personal page has really hammered that I need to see the Wire because again, I'm probably one of the biggest Sopranos fans.
Right. Oh yeah, definitely. You should watch The Deuce also on HBO. It was Only 3 seasons. You can get through it quick.
Okay.
And it's awesome. It's about New York City, Times Square, from the late 70s to early 80s.
Okay.
Prostitution running rampant. Follows the police.
Yeah.
They start getting into the dirty movies, I guess. Like I won't say the word. But
Kind of movies that Pee Wee Herman went to.
Yes, that. And the ones you can buy for your house too.
Yeah.
But phenomenal show. Starred James Franco. It's so good. He plays 2 characters, twin brothers. Like I said, it's only 3 seasons, and it's unbelievably good, man. It's so good. There's the guy that played Aprile, Jackie Aprile.
Yep.
Is that his father's name too?
Jackie Aprile was, but he was only in
Right.
You know.
But he's in that too, in The Deuce, and he plays a mob guy.
Nice.
And he's awesome.
I'm sure he liked that because he was so in and
Yeah.
out. He was out of The Sopranos so fast. Like that.
Love that show.
know.
I do love The Sopranos. I just didn't like the ending.
Yeah.
I already told you that. I told you that before. I like it. I have a hard time putting it in my top because they didn't give me nothing to,
No, I get it.
I shouldn't have to figure out how it ends. That guy's supposed to tell us how it ends.
Now, it's been 13 years,
Yeah.
and I've come to appreciate it in a weird way.
Yeah.
Where,
It's a great show.
it makes you wonder, well, where does it go? But if you killed Tony,
Right.
I don't know if I could have accepted that.
Yeah. No,
They were in a tough place. Tony, to me, James Gandolfini as Tony Soprano is the greatest TV character of all time.
He was great. I disagree, and I say Walter White, but that's my opinion. My shows, that's what I love.
I get
so
it.
I get why you're saying that.
And
And, don't get me wrong, Tony Soprano's up there right at the top with them. I mean, it was a great character.
No, he was wonderful, and another taken too soon.
Yes.
Heart attack.
Yes. Now, did you see they got to do a prequel?
Yeah.
And you know who's playing him, right?
His son.
That's got to be awesome. And his son's on The Deuce.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, so he is an experienced actor.
Yes. He was really good in The Deuce, too.
There are rumors, though, due to COVID-19, it could affect whether the movie ever is produced. I hope that movie happens.
Right.
I really
Have
do.
you watched Snowfall? I don't mean to get off topic,
Yeah.
but have you watched Snowfall?
No.
You should watch that. It's on. I think it's on Hulu.
Snowfall.
Snowfall.
'Cause
Unbelievable. It's about the crack epidemic hitting South Central LA. It's the beginning of the Crips versus the Bloods.
Okay.
But that hasn't started yet. That was supposed to be happening in the 4th season, which they had to stop filming.
Yeah.
So if they can ever get this thing done, I can't wait to see it. But yeah, Snowfall.
Snowfall, all right.
Incredible show.
All right, I'll take a look. That's going to take us into sports.
Yes.
The Patriots signed Cam Newton. It is a cheap deal as you could ever get for a former MVP.
Right.
Were you happy about the signing?
Actually, I really am. But I'm also worried now because I thought Jared Stidham was going to be the starting quarterback.
Well, now you get options.
I'll tell you what.
Cam
Newton's not a backup, and he's already said that. So all I know is if Jared Stidham was starting, we're going to have a backup quarterback like this because he's going to be mad.
Well,
it's too bad,
it's
but it's going to happen. I say start him if he wins the job in camp.
If he's healthy, he'll be the starter. I mean,
I think we need an experienced quarterback right now, at least to get us through a year or two so Stidham can keep working. Yeah. And I definitely would be playing Stidham as much as I could, too.
Yeah, they'll figure it out. I mean, right now we don't even really know if there'll be a football
season. It's crazy,
season.
Right, though?
Yeah.
Did you ever think Cam Newton was going to be on the Patriots? I never,
I never thought Brady
He's very
would be.
talented.
Yeah.
You have to, we both know he's a former MVP.
Yeah. Got to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Durable. I know he's been injured and stuff, but the size of him is a lot. He's more durable than some quarterbacks. You know what I mean?
I really hope the season happens.
Right, me too.
Because this is one of there's so much going on.
We need sports and stuff. Seriously, life's getting very depressing.
Yeah.
It really is.
We've had wrestling the whole time.
Yes, but I'm not a fan with no fans, though, because I was actually talking to Kyle Storm last night. I did my show, and Studley Steve Stallion.
Yeah.
And, we both were saying how it's 50-50. Yeah. And you go to a wrestling show, 50% of the thing that makes you excited to go is the wrestling.
Yeah.
And the other 50% of the fans, because without the fans, they have nothing.
Get the interactions.
I like how AEW was smart right off the bat to put people out there.
Yeah.
Vince didn't do that right away. They did. They were ahead of They knew what to do. They impressed me.
What's crazy is, when AEW started doing that, I said,
Yeah.
well, that feels a little irresponsible because we're still
No, I
learning.
understand that. I know what you're saying.
And then Vince does it, and now WWE has a worse outbreak of COVID than any, well, I guess, company.
Right.
I haven't heard anything about TNA.
But when AEW was using them, I think they were trying to. I mean, they weren't 100% social distancing,
Yeah.
but they were like a little. I definitely seen that. You know, you'd have certain guys away from each other, then you'd have a little small group near each other.
Yeah.
Away near it, just
It's
the
been
rebels.
It's been bizarre world, that's for sure. NBA is going to start up in Orlando, maybe some other places. They are going to write Black Lives Matter on the court. I think that's a good thing that they're doing.
I have no problem with that at all.
I think my fear is that as we move further away from the incidents that have occurred this year, because this has been going on forever.
Right.
If we start to move away and not really think about it, that is an issue. So I applaud the NBA.
Me too.
The NBA has done some things in the past that I question.
Right.
But they're stepping up.
Yes.
They're stepping up.
It's a great move. I agree with it 100% too.
Yeah. So good to see that.
Because I do believe that all lives matter, but not until all Black lives matter.
Yeah, and that's
until the cops figure that out.
It's been the big debate is, I don't think everybody that says all lives matter is a racist. I think they don't understand what this movement represents.
Right.
When we get so hooked on language and things like that. But, if I had, pancreatic cancer, you're not going to say to me, Dan, all cancers matter.
Right. No, I hear you.
So I love the move by them. I think that's good. The majority of the NBA are African Americans. So, but that being said, there has been a player that's been blackballed by the NFL for a long time over, and I'm not saying that Colin Kaepernick is a perfect human being.
Right.
I'm not. But he was one of the first people really taking a stand, and he did not get a job in the NFL.
Right.
Roger Goodell now coming out saying he wants to see Kaepernick get signed. Do you think a team will step up and take him? He's now been out of the game for so long.
Yeah, I can't see it happening. I heard that even when he was playing, he wasn't the easiest guy to coach. He wasn't the easiest guy to be a teammate and stuff like that. Whether it was ego or not or anything. I wouldn't be pissed if he ends up back in the league.
Yeah.
But if I was an owner, I wouldn't sign him. That's just my opinion. Like you said, he's been gone so long. The rust on him. But, I mean, he was talented. His last 2 years, he was not that good.
Yeah.
But a couple of years before that, he'd probably be top 10 quarterback in the league easy.
He could have been a Super Bowl champion. He lost.
Absolutely.
He just lost in that game.
He could have been, you know what I mean? He could have been a star. He had showed some of it, for sure.
I think that Kaepernick, I'm not saying he's perfect, but I think a lot of players, and not saying, I've seen other players, possibly white players, get away with things that he didn't get away with, or
maybe. I think if a white guy would have kneeled down, people would have been all over it.
No, I think they would.
I really
but,
do.
But it's the issue I have is that he was there's a lot of guys in the NFL with attitudes.
Yeah.
So
a lot.
It wasn't. There was more to it.
Right.
And the NFL, to me personally, they owe him an apology. And I know there's been a debate whether Roger Goodell should, but he works for the owners. I think the league owes him an apology.
I don't think the league owes him nothing.
Well,
he made a lot of money in that league.
He did.
You know what I mean?
I'm just saying there's other players
that
got passes that he didn't get. So
I don't feel bad for him at all. But it's good that some people do, though.
I don't know if I feel bad. I mean, Nike ended up paying him, but the guy, I don't think he deserved to be blackballed. I really don't, and I'll stick to that.
I think when he was saying all that, he might be right, but at the time, nobody knew he was right.
I knew he was right.
You knew.
I stood by him when he did that.
I didn't, because I also thought it was for this certain reason that you would hear.
Well, that's the thing that people are coming around to saying. I remember in 2016 fighting with people saying, "Guys, this is a peaceful protest," and I love the American flag. It doesn't just represent one thing. It represents the whole country.
Right.
He's using his First Amendment right to do this. Oh. And they hammered it. Yeah. It's about the military. It's about the military. It was never about
But no one could believe it when he said it was. That's the whole
thing.
No,
I think a lot of people did, though.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of people that still, they want, Drew Brees just finally came around.
Right.
So I'm not blaming people that did.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that.
Okay. Well, like
know.
you just said that he deserved at least that, right?
Yeah.
So and that's what the so I don't know what you had said, but what you said, but I think that if Colin Kaepernick deserves that, then the owners deserved it right back to him and say no.
Well,
So,
it's funny because you had Jerry Jones at one point didn't understand the kneeling.
Yeah.
But as it caught on, he decided to kneel with his whole team.
Right.
And then he went back on it.
Right. But we all know now that's what definitely was about because, he proved it.
Yeah.
He talked about it years ago.
Yep.
And then all this stuff that happened over those years.
Yep.
Well, I should say still kept happening.
It kept happening. And
Well, the world, a lot of people were like, they misunderstood him or didn't believe him.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That doesn't mean everyone owes him an apology.
Yeah, I mean, I do think the league does in a
Yeah.
way, but I will say this, that people are coming around, and I'm still seeing this kind of on social media, is shaming people isn't learning.
No.
If I said to you, Leo, you didn't get that back in 2016,
Right.
you're wrong, you're wrong,
Yeah.
you're wrong, but you're starting to come around, what's me attacking you, but
Right.
you're starting to understand what he's saying.
Right.
What are we doing? If people are coming around,
Yeah.
then we have to all kind of work together,
Yeah.
and that's the issue. I hope he gets signed. I hope something happens with him.
Right.
I wish he would have played in like Canadian Football League or someone
To
took
keep
him.
himself in shape.
But
I bet you he's thinking about that now too. You know, I'm just,
yeah. Now, just speaking of divide,
Yeah.
Fox. We do have a president that kind of
Yeah.
engages in that. Fox News is reporting, which I thought was very interesting because you know how Fox News is.
Yeah.
Trump could potentially drop out of the race if his numbers in the polls don't go out. I couldn't see him doing that.
I can't either, but he also would be a sore loser, I think.
I think if he would have lost this other election, he would have been a sore loser.
Yeah, that exactly. So if he doesn't win the next time, he's definitely going to be a sore loser.
Yeah. So
He's not going to lose gracefully, I can tell you that.
Well, you got to wonder, did they have to get the police in there to get him to leave?
They might have to.
You know?
Seriously, that's funny that you said that, but couldn't you just see it?
It's just it's some wild stuff that I never thought I'd see. With that being said, Trump has been very against the protests.
Yeah.
It's you get very lost with him. But he retweeted one of his supporters yelling "White Power."
Oh.
Why
would he do that right now?
He retweeted that. It was up for about 3 hours, and the White House has been in. They've been in what's it called? Damage control.
Oh wow! I'm surprised that can't be the first time they did damage control with him.
No, he has shared. Retweeted white supremacists before.
Right. He must be he must have them on call.
You know, I mean, I'm not. I don't think he deserves the benefit of the doubt with me anymore.
Yeah.
Do you think the president really even looks at the stuff that he's retweeting? I mean, what are you doing?
Yeah,
the guy is yelling it right at the protesters.
Yeah. He's unbelievable. I don't think, when he reads something or watches something, for some reason, instead of watching it the right way, right? He watches it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Something because, and this is a guy that I'm not lying here. I'm glad won the last election. I definitely didn't want Hillary Clinton to be our president because she couldn't even keep her house in order while she was in there with her husband.
Yeah, a lot of people.
That's the way I look at it.
And I think a lot of people are coming around to the point where they're like, okay, but this isn't it. You know? And
no, you're right about that.
I guess it was a bad election. I mean, I don't know what to say anymore. Our politics are a mess. I know this guy isn't it. He called that guy that yelled at great people. And that goes back to Charlottesville when he said the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Nazis aren't good people.
Right.
And I know
no, they're not.
There's going to be people that are going to watch this and say, well...
I'm a Nazi, they're going to say.
No, they're going to say that, that's not what he was doing. It was clear as day what was happening. And the thing with him is, if you were wearing a MAGA hat, you're a good person to him.
Yeah.
No matter what your other beliefs are.
Right.
Last part of politics.
Yeah.
Do you think that Joe Biden should just kind of ride this out and not say anything?
I think Joe Biden should resign.
Yeah.
Not that. I'm just saying, I watched and read some stuff about him where you ever notice when there's women around him, He has to touch all of them.
Sure. But
It's just, I don't know.
Trump also has numerous sexual
Oh,
assaults.
I agree.
So-
he definitely does. But what?
Politically, though, should he be doing all that much, or should he let Donald just continue to vomit on his own shoes?
That's a tough question. You know.
Yeah.
Is Biden going to run for president next? Do you know if he is? He is, right?
It's Biden versus Trump.
So it is going to be them two.
That's been locked down for
Okay.
about the last couple months. Yeah.
I don't see him beating Donald Trump. I don't. But you never know.
I don't know what will happen.
Right.
I will say, COVID didn't help Trump, and the way
No.
he's handled it has not
Yeah.
helped him.
Hey, they're taking too many tests. You know how to fix that? Stop testing.
Yeah.
What?
One of the craziest things that we've ever heard.
I
an
couldn't
American
believe he said that.
president say. It's been wild times, and I've had a lot of people have their takes on this show in regards to that, and I've had a lot of people that have voted for Trump
Right.
on this show saying, "I'm not doing that again. I
Right.
can't."
No, you're right about that. A lot of people won't vote for him.
You know?
You are absolutely right.
It's I don't know what's going to happen in November.
Right.
It's gonna get weird. We don't even know if we're going to the polls. I think we will end up doing that.
Right.
Whether it's social distancing and masks and stuff. I don't know what to say. I have to say though, this I love this country
Right.
so much, and we are a freaking mess.
We sure are.
And we can't. And we are arguing about masks.
Yeah.
Masks.
Yeah. Just put it
In
on.
a pandemic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, ridiculous.
it's been wild.
Did you see that lady at the store the other day was posted?
Oh,
She's
God.
flipping out because they want to make first. I have respiratory problems. You probably thought of that, right? To say as you were heading into the store without your mask on.
Yeah.
It's not about you. It's about everybody else.
Yeah.
You keep yourself safe by wearing the mask, wearing gloves. I guess if you feel the need to put them on.
And the mask too is, if I had it, I would hate that I spread it to
Right.
someone else.
Yeah,
So,
me too. That lady didn't care.
This is I'm going to be honest, and
like that.
support of
The best
Villanova
faction
Inc.
in New England.
This is a minor inconvenience to me, a very minor.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
So I'll wear it in the store. I take it off after I leave, and I don't, it's
Yeah,
not
I
like
wear
I'm
it to
wearing my house.
Market Basket or any other store I go in. I don't wear it at work. I don't have to.
Yeah.
There's hardly anybody in the building anymore.
It is what it's just. Even if it was a 1% chance of
Right.
helping save one life,
Yeah.
then I would wear a mask.
Yeah, I just think it just makes sense, Is it hard, like not hard, but like, it's hot if you're in a hot building or something like that. Yeah, you'll get more, you'll get warmer, you'll sweat a little more. But to keep everyone safe so you don't spread it, you don't catch it. I mean, it is what it is. I feel they opened up some states too early.
Yeah.
And now look what's going on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They just shut down Arizona again today or yesterday. They had canceled the 4th of July at the beach in Los Angeles, California.
Yeah.
I mean,
It is what I have to say, and on this show, very early on, I was a little bit critical of Chris Sununu, but I've come around to realize that Chris Sununu has done I think he's done a great job.
yeah, I agree.
And anytime, Governor, that you would like to take a seat and come on the show, you are more
That'd
than
be
welcome
great.
to if you'd like
Yeah.
to let freedom
Should
ring.
take him up on the officer.
So, with that being said, I got
Yes.
the length. We got about 20 minutes left. I have the
Nice.
lengthiest blank versus blank segment ever
History, huh? In your show history.
in show history.
Nice. I'm
And
ready.
all right, now we got a lot of wrestling in there. We got a lot
Yeah.
of sports. Let's start with the fun one: ECW or WCW?
ECW. You want the one that I want to. I would
This
want,
is
right?
so in blank versus blank.
Yeah.
One goes away, one
Okay,
stays.
ECW.
Okay.
I still, because I just wish they were still around. Paul Heyman was able to get a great amount from people that they show their positives, like they say in the documentaries, hide their weakness. Don't get me wrong, WCW was great, and ECW only lasted so long.
Yeah.
But you're asking, like, if in this blank
this is
versus
it, yeah.
blank, they each have equal money and all that, I pick ECW.
And just one that these are just what you would pick.
Right,
and what,
ECW.
And I'll
I
probably
would go to an ECW show before a WCW show. Back then, I did go to WCW shows. So don't get me wrong.
I've been to I went to an ECW
Yep.
show, but never a WCW show.
Right.
But
Where did you go with yours?
Salem Ice Center.
Okay, I was at one of those, but I went to the that they were at the dog track, Suffolk Downs, and I saw them at some place in Burlington.
Okay. Yeah, we were excited because they came to New Hampshire, which was
That's pretty cool.
Ty Law or Darrell Revis? Who would you rather have?
Tyler.
Okay.
Yeah, I just think he's one of the best ever. Darrell Revis was good, but again, I don't know, maybe because he's from New England. They both played for the Pats.
Yeah, that's.
But Ty Law is already in the Hall of Fame. The other guy's not in yet, right?
No, he hasn't retired long enough. Yeah.
Right, he will.
Yeah.
There's no doubt he's a Hall of Famer.
No, he's great. I mean, in Darrell, Ty Law had more championships with the Patriots. Darrell Revis came over for a year and won one.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. If Revis would have been in that spot, I don't think we would have missed a beat.
No.
I mean, he's that good.
No, they're both.
But I think Ty Law is the greatest of all time at that position.
Okay. All right. Good take. Peyton Manning or Drew Brees?
See, I like the Mannings.
Okay.
See, that's somebody, like, usually you would hear someone say Breeze automatically.
I
like both of them.
Yeah.
But I really do like Peyton. I think he's a funny guy. He's wicked cool. Eli, too.
Yeah.
You know, if I had to pick, to win the game, I think you'd have to go with Breeze, too. Like him, Peyton, both of them. You know what I mean? But I'll take Peyton. He did funnier commercials. Did you ever see the one on ESPN when him and his brother takes his fingers?
Yeah.
They kick it, and the father just gives them a look. I think it's Eli shoves Peyton like you jerk, or vice versa. Hilarious.
There was a third brother too.
Yes, and he didn't. Was he a quarterback in high school?
I don't know what he did.
I think he did in high school, but then didn't want to go anywhere.
I don't know if he got hurt or whatnot.
But hey, Archie Manning was a hell of a quarterback too, man.
Yeah,
he really was on horrible football teams.
Yeah, which is why I think he protected Eli in that draft that year and said, "You're not going to the Chargers, you're going to the Giants."
Yep.
And you know what? When your dad's was a football player, he knows. Bret the Hitman Hart.
Yeah.
Or Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh man, Stone Cold. I like. You know me. I like them both.
Yeah. No. I get it. That's the point of this segment. Yeah, it's got to be tough.
Stone Cold all day long. Because I mean, and I even said this to my guys today. I'm the supervisor, right?
Yeah.
I said, who doesn't want to beat up the boss? We was asking. Who, like Phil asked me, who do you like, The Rock or Stone Cold better? I said, I love Stone Cold better strictly because the whole thing was you could smack your boss.
Yeah.
And who doesn't want to? At times.
And I think that was also the greatest rivalry in the history of I think that's like the best.
Yeah.
McMahon, we found out, was this great character that you never knew why he was doing play-by-play, that he had that, in him.
But Bret really was good. That match where Austin passed out when he was in the shop.
Oh, yeah, one of my favorites.
At WrestleMania in Boston.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. What a great match.
Yeah.
And I commend Austin. He didn't even win the match, and he was so good in it.
It was the flip.
Yep.
It was they went in, Bret Hart was the babyface.
Yep, and Austin he walked out a heel, and
And you don't see that.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah, you don't see that happen like that anymore. So
I totally forgot about that.
That was and it changed everything.
Yeah,
now you're like Austin.
And don't get me wrong, I love Bret Hart too.
Yeah.
I really do. I always have.
And this is the point of this is.
Yeah, I like it. This is awesome.
Sting or the Ultimate Warrior?
Oh man, because you have no idea. I put Sting. I call Sting at my house or to my friend, like my buddies at work.
Yeah.
I call him Stink. Never been a fan of Sting.
Really?
Yeah. And who's the other guy?
The Ultimate Warrior.
I'll go with that Ultimate Warrior because he passed away. I'll give him some love.
Okay. And they were a tag team called the Blade Runners.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
And WCW got Sting, and WWF got Warrior. That's a hard one for me, too. I would probably go Warrior. Meant so much to my child.
If I had to pick one, it probably would have been Warrior.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I love Sting.
Yeah. I don't really hate him. I don't really think he's great or anything. I don't. And like I said, that's why I used to say Sting to people mostly to get a rise out of him.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "What? How do you not like?" It's like a little kid saying they don't like Hulk Hogan. Everybody loves Sting.
Yeah.
And
he had my favorite theme music growing up. Man called Sting.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it.
And don't get me wrong, that dude was talented.
No, they both.
Just never been a fan of him. That's all right. Huge fan.
All right, understandable. Mark McGwire or Sammy Sosa?
Oh, these are tough. I'm gonna go Mark McGwire because all of a sudden Sammy Sosa's forgot that he knew how to speak English. So
did.
I'll take McGuire because he's ridiculous.
When he went in front of Congress, you know what?
I know speak English.
What disappointed me about the 30 for 30 is they didn't address that.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
That was a big deal.
That's funny.
All right, here's some. We're gonna get some super tough
All
ones
right.
for you. The retrosexual Anthony Green, or Christian
Oh,
Casanova.
I knew you were gonna do that to me. Oh,
And this has come up on the. This is a real tough one.
I thought that the other one was hard.
Yeah. These are two guys where, and just for the audience though, we're very much rooting to make it to the big time because they're great
And they're
guys.
both great guys.
Yeah.
Great wrestlers. And I'm gonna have to bum one of them out with this answer. I hope they're not watching. No offense, Dan. I'm gonna have to go with Christian.
Yeah.
Because if they really had the match, if they had a match against each other, the Killanova dudes would make sure he won.
Okay.
His partners.
Yeah, I
But I love AG, man.
I'm rooting for them both.
Oh, you can do that? And that?
Well, I'm the host. I can do whatever
Oh,
I
all
want.
right.
The host doesn't have to choose.
Yeah.
No, I'm rooting for them both. They're both
Me
great
too.
guys, and they're very talented guys.
Very.
You know.
You got to come when AG runs a show again. Got to come with me, man.
Yeah, no,
That's
definitely.
He does a good job.
Yeah,
He
and
brings in a few guys that nobody really knows. I love that.
I will say to AG, and you know, but if you are running shows during football season,
He's not going to come, AG.
You
He's
know.
already making excuses. No,
and
I'm just kidding.
I will say that on my show too, Joey Eastman said, or Sidney Bacabella said,
Yeah.
you know, when the Bears are playing, he's not taking bookings.
Right.
So-
And I believe because I've heard him say, but he's a huge Bears fan.
Big time.
Big time.
Yeah, he was
Good guy, too.
great and a great guest.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And he lives here in Merrimack.
Yeah.
So,
He used to live right behind my school
oh really?
in the Blue House, and he laughed because he said that he loved how much like pride I take in my job.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? He'll see me like he'd be coming out of his house, and you could hear me literally in the playground talking with the kids. Because I usually do that like at lunchtime. I'm in the calf when the kids give me their trays. Then I got almost 20 minutes to do whatever I want. I usually go outside if it's nice and talk to the kids.
That's
So
awesome.
it's pretty cool.
Killanova Inc. Royce though and Triplicious, the tag team, or the Logan brothers.
Oh man! Now if I don't pick Killanova, they're gonna be like, "What the heck?"
It's a very tough, and
But
that's tough for me too.
No offense, guys, but I'm from Lowell, Massachusetts.
Okay.
So it has to be easy. And again, no offense, Trips. No offense.
And that's the thing. This is a
Royce,
very hard
I'm
thing.
from Lowell. I have to go with the Lowell boys. Matt went to school with my Elizabeth.
Okay. And they have been around a lot longer in this area.
In this area, yeah. But Trips has been around just as long as them in the ring, I would say.
I would like to see, I think Royce Bishop's a very talented
Oh,
guy.
nice. Bright future, dude.
He
Imagine,
definitely
can't you seeing him with the heavyweight belt someday? Seriously, look at the size of him.
Yeah.
I could easily see that happen.
I'm excited to see it come back.
I just hope you don't turn on Christian to get it.
That feud does need to happen, though, at some point.
It will.
Yeah.
It definitely will.
You know. AJ Styles, the phenomenal AJ Styles, or John Cena.
Never got to meet Cena, and I do love Cena, but I've met AJ a couple times. And after his huge match at House of Hardcore 5 with Kevin Owens or whatever you want to call him, he was gracious enough to take a picture with Isaiah.
Oh.
I saw him coming with the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, which in my eyes is the second most prestigious belt in professional wrestling, behind the WWE's #1 belt. But yeah.
I will say though, if you did run Cena, because John Cena at one point we went to a show, my buddy Pat, and Cena took his kid. And he didn't even think it was a house show.
Yeah.
And John Cena wasn't even thinking about it. Any kids that want to take a picture, I mean, the guy's made more Make-A-Wishes than
He's
anybody.
the best. Like, don't get me wrong, and I love Cena, I really do. But I met AJ.
Yeah.
And he's just as good a guy. Maybe he doesn't do all the Make-A-Wishes, but he was so like I watch. When I'm catering and I bring guys with me, to help me, I watch the wrestlers and how they are. Some guys aren't that nice.
Yeah.
CM Punk.
Yeah, I've heard
Not
that.
nice.
I've heard that.
But Samoa Joe and guys like, who you just named, AJ, great guys.
Good.
Thank you for the food and everything. You know? They could easily just come through the line and just keep going. Thank you so much, you know.
Yeah.
They're really good guys.
I could see
AJ's
that.
great.
Sopranos or The Wire?
Why? And you know why I've told
Because
you.
of the
I'll tell
final.
you guys the ending.
Yeah.
I don't watch a show for me to make up the ending. I want to see the ending. And in my eyes, they didn't give an ending. Because it was leading up to think that Tony was going to get his blown brain away on a hit, right?
Yeah.
To the daughter not knowing how to park, which was why? What made them do that scene? I mean, was it to degrade her and make her look like an idiot?
No.
Because that's what she looked like when she could have parked.
I think it was just a very hard show to end.
Yeah.
And they decided that we're going to go a different
I don't think
direction.
it'd be that hard to end The Sopranos. I mean,
I
they
would've-
have Hollywood writers. They could easily do it.
Yeah, I would have been disappointed to see Tony die in the end.
Yeah, I'm
but-
not saying he had to die either.
Yeah.
But all I know is something should have happened at the end, though.
Fair point. Fair
You know,
point.
instead of them making me think of what's going to happen. But I watched the whole show, and I'm not ever downing on that show because, honestly, I truly believe it was a phenomenal show, and I loved it.
Yeah. No,
I didn't like the ending. That's what it was for me. That's why I don't call it one of my favorite shows like I do Breaking Bad, The Wire, and The Shield. Did I love Sopranos as much as them? Probably. Maybe even more at times when it was running.
Yeah.
But the ending pissed me off, which I know it did that for a lot of other people.
A lot of people.
And then there's guys like you that
in
didn't
time.
mind. Oh, really?
In time.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know
I didn't
that.
feel that
I always
way.
thought you just thought it was cool
No,
right from the start.
I didn't feel that way in 07. I felt
Right, nice.
cheated.
Yeah,
But
I still feel that way.
I've rewatched it so many times at this point that I sort of get why they did it.
Right. I don't think I'll ever understand it. I'm just saying, because I just believe that, you're doing a show. The biggest thing about writing a show is, right, you would think, the start, the finish, and then you fill in the middle.
Well, I'm not a Lost fan,
Yep.
but I think that, and I'm not going to say what the end.
Yeah.
But I felt like that was cheating the audience way more than what The Sopranos did.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I know you're going to watch the first episode of The Wire.
Yeah.
It really is going to give nothing away.
Yeah.
Okay? But I'm going to tell you right now. At the end, the last scene of The Wire is they play the song that starts when you walk through the garden, much you walk,
Yeah.
It's by an old white guy too. I can't think of his name right now. But at the end, they play that song and they show where each and every character that's still alive and on the show, where they ended up. Like a lawyer's now a judge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A cop, a lieutenant, or whatever. I think he might even been captain at one point. He's now a lawyer because he had the law degree. McNulty, the lead character, I won't tell you where he goes, but it just was awesome. Omar was the guy that would rob drug dealers.
Yep.
Okay, the gay gangster, they told him, with a big scar across his face. One of the young characters ended up becoming him because, Omar left.
Yeah.
And in slided Michael, who became the new stick-up man. They asked, I know you're watching. I don't want to ruin it.
No,
I wanted to tell you something, but you haven't watched it. You need to watch it.
We'll get there. We're gonna hit these a little faster now.
Okay, let's do it.
Chaotic or APW, Atlantic Pro Wrestling?
Atlantic Pro Wrestling has got me to make a good amount of money.
Yep.
But I've been going to Chaotic longer.
Okay.
I feel APW needs to catch up. They're getting there.
Yeah.
They're pretty close to them too.
Yeah.
But I've been a Chaotic wrestling fan since they started.
All right.
So I have to go with them.
Grady Little or Bobby Valentine?
Grady Little.
Yeah, Bobby Valentine didn't do much.
Yeah.
Limitless Wrestling or Lucky Pro?
That's a tough one because I'll tell you, Lucky Pros. I haven't been in their shows in a while, and I only went to one Limitless with you.
Yeah.
Limitless books more like what I like to see in the ring.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I like that they bring in top wrestlers from around the area. They don't all have to be from here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with them.
Brian Pillman, Flying Brian Pillman, or the Rocket Owen Hart?
Owen Hart, because they say he was one of the nicest guys ever.
Okay.
And would pull ribs like crazy on you.
I did hear that.
And nothing against Pillman. You know, I just feel like if I brought Pillman back to my house, I'd probably try to get with your girlfriend or something. I don't know. I just feel like he's that type of guy.
I did hear things that he wasn't the character that he portrayed.
Yeah,
But he wanted people to think he was crazy.
Right. But Owen, come on, man.
Yeah.
Everyone loved Owen.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Big fan of both.
Except
those guys.
Austin.
Yeah. Well.
He said afterwards he loved him. He just wishes Owen would have called him.
Well, Brett wrote about that in his book.
Yeah. It's too bad that had to end, that ending like that for two great guys that like we respect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Things happen. Things happen.
Absolutely.
And, the Z-Man, Tom Zenk, or Brad Armstrong.
Brad Armstrong. His mom just died yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that.
But Brad Armstrong was probably, when he was at his peak, the most underrated wrestler in the world by far.
Yeah, I wish they did more with him.
He could wrestle Flair, Hogan, anyone, and give a great match. It's a shame they never pushed him. He didn't have much charisma.
Yeah. No, I agree. I love WCW Saturday Night, so I'd see him.
He was right. Do you believe that though? If he had more charisma, he would have been a big star.
I mean, the one to become the star was his brother.
Yeah.
Road Dogs. So.
Yeah.
More responsible for the success of the New England Patriots, Tom Brady or Bill Belichick?
I got to go Brady, and I'll explain why. Because there's been times that Belichick hasn't been very smart.
Okay.
Like when you let guys go, every time a guy's up for a contract at a big raise, he wants to just dump them and then turn around and go, it's the system.
Yeah.
You put anybody in there. And he didn't take one snap or throw one touchdown, get sacked once. He didn't do anything on the field. Was he a huge part of it? Yes. But if I had them two, I would go Brady, Belichick.
Okay.
But Brady on top because he played the game.
All right. Fair point. Ava Everett or Angel Sinclair?
No offense, Ava, but I got to go Angel.
Going Angel.
Yeah,
okay.
she's beautiful.
Better?
Sorry,
do you think she's the better of the two wrestling wise?
They're both good though, man.
Yeah.
Presentation, I have to go with Angel.
Yeah.
She comes in with these nice leather, you know. Do you ever see it?
Yeah.
It's like a long coat type thing, and she's definitely invested in her gear.
Yeah.
A lot.
But
Ava's good. Ava's real. I should say good. Ava's really good. So I'd say they're both as equal. But I'm definitely picking Angel.
Angel by a little bit.
She's closer to my age, and I think she's beautiful.
Yeah, I can't tell if they've split them or they did or they never had the match, but whatever.
Yeah.
Charlotte Flair or Becky Lynch?
Charlotte Flair all day, and I'll tell you why. Here's this girl that she's the man. No, she's not. Yeah. She's not the man.
Well, I don't think that's what she means, but yeah.
But what I think was asinine, and I'll cut this one really short, is that they building up the women's division, women power, right? All this, only to have the person at the top go, "I'm the man."
But I think
I didn't like that.
I think it's just the same because, like Flair said, I don't know the whole story behind it because honestly, I missed a big chunk of that feud when she started that.
Okay,
I did. Let's see here because I had so many written down.
Yeah.
Prince or Michael Jackson?
Prince.
All right.
I have to.
Oh, here's one that I had to ask.
All right.
We got about 2 minutes. I got some others. Stone Cold Steve Austin or The Rock? Now they're the final two in this. There's this poll online. Who's the best ever?
Better wrestler by far was Austin.
Yep.
More charisma by a little, maybe The Rock.
Okay.
But if I had to choose between the two of them, I'm going Stone Cold because he's going to give me the great match after great match after great match and can talk.
They were just
incredible together.
Unbelievable. We'll give you all right. So the hardest one we're going to ask.
Yeah.
Now you have to keep in mind.
Yeah.
One totally goes away.
Right.
You can't have this for the rest of your life.
Okay.
Professional wrestling.
Yeah.
Or hockey.
See, hockey's only seasonal. I'm gonna go.
I know this is tough.
I'm going wrestling just because it goes year round, and that's the only reason why I'm picking wrestling. It would have been really, if you would have said music or wrestling, you'd be shocked when I told you it's music. Well, when I wake up in the morning, I don't put on a wrestling match, but every morning I put on music. every morning.
No, that I could see that. I figure those. I know those are your two passions.
Yep, and I love hockey, and I could watch 9-year-olds. I love hockey so much I could watch 9-year-olds play hockey because I love the game.
But that is a good point. You know,
Time for one more?
Yeah. So
All
we'll
right.
do one more quick, and then we'll do our.
Okay.
All right, Elton John or Billy Joel?
Billy Joel. Billy
Okay.
Joel. Because I love Billy Joel.
Yeah.
And it's so funny, but I bought Sarah some albums.
Yeah.
I buy her albums for people that are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And this is the thing we talked about, and I told her I wanted to do this. And she turns around, and I sent her 52nd Street and The Stranger already. And it's just amazing. I give her albums. I'm sorry, I get off track.
No.
I buy
love
her
that.
albums that put people in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. There's 3 albums Billy Joel did that definitely put him in the Hall of Fame. 52nd Street, The Stranger, and Glass Houses. By far his 3 best albums, and those 3 albums put him in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Awesome.
And I love Elton too.
And
just to throw it out there, I do love Elton.
I am going to agree with you.
Yep.
I love Billy Joel. This has been a lot of fun, Leo.
Sure has been. We could have kept going. Really, I'm having fun.
Well, we'll always have you back. I have my regulars
Yep,
that I want
cool.
to come on the show. But it's been great being back in the studio.
Yeah,
Everybody,
you're
keep your heads up. I know we're going through tough times. Things are slowly getting better, but keep tuning in. And until next time, let freedom ring.